All right, welcome to welcome to the episode of Two Cees in a Pod. This week we're talking about how Cam hates cologne. I look under the seat of a bus, and did someone in their school poop their pants? We find out.
Cams.
So I think we just start off hot.
That's the only way. That's not the way. Yeah. That has to be the way to start off a podcast, right? You just
let me start off hot, Cam.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. I'll bring all the heat. You got all the heat right now.
I got all the heat.
Don't start. No. If you're gonna start with a did you ever notice? I'm not gonna start with that. I'm gonna have to stop you. I'm gonna have to stop you right there. Okay, good. If it's not yeah. Okay, keep going.
You know what I can't stand, Cam, and I've had this with a few different people now, is when someone just pours the cologne on you or on themselves, and then they go in for a hug or something to get close to you, and then it just sticks to you.
Pour some cologne on me, baby.
I don't know. I had someone this morning who I was giving a hug goodbye, and I was like, oh, fuck, they put quite a bit on. I don't know why. It was the morning, and they were drinking the night before. I wasn't, obviously, because it's sober November, and I have discipline. So I felt great. They didn't. But anyway, I'm driving home an hour later, and this shit's still clinging to me. And I just can't stand the smell of cologne. I got people in my office who stink like that. But maybe it's just one of my pet peeves.
I thought offices were supposed to be, fragrant-free, as it were.
And that's what I was thinking about, because I'm like, I think the people who, like, you know, and there's like, we've had a recent complaint that someone's highly sensitive to.
Well,
colognes.
I've never worked in an office, so I don't know what it's like to have a formal, kind of memo sent around.
But still, you know the general, like, the reason they'll say, like, this is a scent-free facility because there are people who are.
Yeah, I've seen The Office and
the signs,
and other shows set in offices.
I'm starting to think that it's nothing to do with allergies. It's just some of this, like, I'm tired of this bullshit of Susie coming to the office and just, swimming in perfume in the morning. And then I have to sit beside this fucking lady all day. Like,
this perfume patty over here.
Yeah. And he's like, I'd rather just not have the conversation with Susie and be like, hey, that perfume you're wearing, it smells horrible. So I'll just go to HR.
It probably smells like vanilla lavender.
I don't know. I think they just smell so potent and just like not natural.
What's your scent?
I like the smell of a bonfire on a person. Like when they come out and they're like, "Oh, did you just come from the forest or from a weeks-long retreat in the woods?"
Bonfire by Calvin Klein. I know what you're thinking.
Bonfire. Yeah, they don't sell that, unfortunately, and I typically just don't wear a cologne for that reason, because I think that it's just overpowering, and I don't know.
Yeah, we're not 18 anymore. We're not, you don't need to wear.
I saw a dude at the gym spraying Axe under his armpits before he worked out.
People are still buying Axe body spray?
I couldn't believe it.
Wow.
I'm like, what are you doing this before the gym, too? Like,
before the gym? That's a little weird, too.
Takes off his tarp, puts on the deodorant, and then does 2 quick sprays on the armpits. I'm like, I thank goodness it was quick sprays, but still, just like
and it
wasn't confused
it wasn't a drench sesh.
No, not the old Italian shower. Blast her down.
I remember the first time I heard that phrase, and I didn't get it. My dad had to explain it to me, and as soon as he did, I got it. Right away.
Yeah.
Right away.
It makes sense.
Of course, you don't know what an Italian shower is. I think it's just kind of cologne. That's the way my dad explained it.
Just a little too much.
Yeah, it was like we were picking up a buddy after after hockey, and then my dad said to him, like, he was Italian, I think, or maybe something. I swear to God, folks. I swear to God, my father's not, rude like that. No. He's just an old man who says things like Italian showers.
Right. Just like it's like another famous Canadian, Don Cherry. Just says some stuff.
We're not going there, Cam. We're
not
going
jumping
there.
into that topic. It's old news. Old news.
Yeah,
don't jump into that.
This isn't that kind of show.
This is not that kind of podcast.
This isn't that kind of show. Cam though, it's a good spot as any. What kind of show is it?
What kind of show is it? I think it's just you're gonna feel the chemistry on it. That's the big thing. A lot of people come to me like, "What's your podcast about?" And you're like, "Under the blanket of comedy, I guess. We know some things about some things, but a lot of stuff about others." And but we have persuasive opinions about each one of them, and we argue very well with each other.
Well,
like that doesn't
speak
anything.
for yourself about that one, Cam. You what do you know? What do you bring to the table here? Well, I mean, for Cam, first you have to tell the folks what they're listening to at home. You know, there's people at home right now. They've clicked on the button, but they don't know what's happening.
They don't even know the name of the show. Somehow they're tuning into the show that they didn't even know the name of.
We're being accessible, of course. This is an accessibility open show.
Well, you're listening to Two Cees in a Pod. I'm Cam LeClaire.
I'm Cam Osborne. And
together why don't we start with how we know each other? Because we don't even live in the same cities. We're not significantly different in age, but we didn't.
You're just pulling the curtain wide open, eh, Cameron? See, this is what you have to do. You gotta leave a little for the guests at home to wonder. We don't want them to know where we are. Next thing we know, we have people crowding,
slamming on the doors.
Studio. Right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They want to get in. They want to be special guests. They want to pitch ideas. You know, they have their own podcasts, and suddenly they want to be in the Two Cees in a Pod blanket family.
The sponsors are rolling in. The emails are coming. I just got to turn off my phone sometimes, you know?
Yeah, we got some notes from head office about this first show. There are a couple key points we have to hit. Which is what we have to do. But folks at home, I think all we can say is it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what Two Cees in a Pod is, because we have a good photo.
Yeah,
we have great appeal. It's a nice. We took a lovely. I have a nice camera. We had a nice backdrop setting to kind of go with, you know, and a nice couch there, very well lit family room, and I think we really took advantage of that.
Well, perception is reality, and I mean, if we look good, we feel good, we podcast.
Oh, if you're window shopping podcasts, I think you would see our photo and just think to yourself, hey, one of these guys is good looking.
Yeah.
Which
one? I don't know.
That's really up for you to say. You know, do you like short, fat guys, or do you like normal people? I mean, I think that's really what that would come down to, folks. But I think really what this show is, more than anything else, Cam, is we're just two friends who don't get to spend enough time together. I think we said it before. We've said it again, you know, so why not just catch up and be pals once a week, and then record a show, and then maybe somebody else can be a part of that, be a part of lifelong friends, I might say.
It's for the people at home who realize that, you know, maybe I could use a little camaraderie in my life.
Exactly. Maybe you're driving to work, you're alone. You know, the dating apps aren't working for you the way that they once did, maybe when you were a younger version of yourself.
Right.
You know, you may have a roommate, or maybe you live by yourself. But if you do, whoever you do live with, though, they're often out of the house. They're living a life that maybe you wish you could have.
Big social life, going out at night, saying I can't do that because I have plans that night.
Because I have plans. They always have plans, and all you want to do is just kind of hang out with that person and you know, watch a movie. Watch The Matrix Reloaded, because you're sitting here thinking to yourself, like, this movie kind of holds up, and you want to show somebody that it kind of holds up.
I don't know about the Reloaded one.
Reloaded holds up, Cam. You know, you gotta watch. So we did this Matrix rewatch recently, where it seemed it's hard to know that if they wanted to write the second one when they wrote the first one, or if they wrote the first one and then they were like, okay, we need to keep going. Because there's some weird shit in the first one about how the Matrix came to be that I just feel we're not getting this. This definitely isn't a Matrix podcast.
I've only watched The Matrix once, and it was in a bathtub at 6 a.m. in the morning.
I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to stop there.
That's it. It was early morning. Woke up early because some Saturdays some people like to sleep in. As you'll come to learn more about me, I don't sleep in. I don't do that.
Why'd you watch it in a bathtub? No, the bathtub.
Because it's warm in the bathtub.
The bathtub is what people are curious about. People are not curious about you waking up early.
Well, that was part of the story. Because I'm the only person awake, right? I can't go hang out with friends. There's like not activities going on. I can't go to jiu-jitsu class. I can't go work out. No gyms are open. At least my gym isn't. So what do? At a time when there's no one else awake and you have free time to yourself, take a damn bath and watch The Matrix.
You took a damn bath. Whoa! I haven't taken a bath, and so you just kind of plugged up that drain.
Plugged up the drain with my old hair. Just plugged it up.
Put some water. Let's start pouring some water in. You put your hand under the tap to make sure it was the perfect temperature.
Yeah. I'm not the biggest fan of them because there's no way to insulate it well, so they only last 40 minutes. But I think I just kept refilling it.
You took the little suction cup pillow and you suctioned it to the end so you could comfortably
I wish I had one of those.
lie back. Bubbles? Were there bubbles in this bath?
No. So, yeah.
Anything fragrant? Anything exfoliating? Maybe it seems so.
Nothing.
So what you're saying? Because see, at least if you were taking a bubble bath, there would be a little thin foam of bubbles that would kind of cover up your junk. But what you're saying is you were kind of just in a puddle, a warm puddle, watching The Matrix.
Yeah. Yeah.
If somebody walked in,
I'm kind of living what The Matrix is, though. Alright.
Yeah. You're kind of living in that little pod. That's a good point. They didn't have bubbles in that pod. It's just a weird visual of a man sitting in a bathtub with no bubbles, and it's just like his junk is just right there.
Yeah, but I mean, when you're just alone at home and there's no one coming in,
I guess that's a good point. Fuck, I'm home alone today. You know what? I might just No, I don't think we have a plug.
I don't know. You can find creative ways. Find a rag. Rags will work.
That's something. And so 40 minutes into The Matrix, it's probably right around the time where Keanu Reeves just kind of gets there. He just kind of gets there. But now, because the bathtub's not well insulated, now you need to pour the water out. So you need to now you need to sit in this lukewarm puddle while it drains, and then you just add more water. Because I think this is like a 2.5 hour long movie, so you're probably filling up 3 times now.
I think I filled up twice. I didn't dump it all, because you still have hot water, and you don't want to waste all the water, so you let a little bit drain, then you just pump it back up. And the problem with it, though, is that it's so loud. Especially in the bathtub where it's just an echo chamber. You can't hear the movie or anything.
Oh, so you have to press pause, and it takes 5 minutes for your bathtub to fill up.
Yeah, so I think I probably watched 80% of it, then I watched the other 20% just in the living room.
Like a normal,
it's not that great of a story.
Like a normal person.
Like a normal person. Saturday mornings, baby. It's one of my favorite things to do. I don't do it often, but I do like waking up real early on a Saturday and taking a bath.
And taking a bath. First thing, you make your coffee.
Yeah, exactly.
Pour the bath.
Yep.
And just kind of catch up, relax. Do you have one of those fun little trays? You put a little tray in there.
I do. Yeah, I got a little tray.
You can stand a book up and. I
don't like reading in the bath, so I don't
have a glass of wine. It has a little indent for a wine.
A little stem.
Yeah, wine stem.
Yeah, it's got that. I like it. It's treat yourself, Treat yourself every once in a while.
Treat yourself with bathing.
Yeah.
Treat yourself with sitting in a puddle of you.
Oh, your own filth.
A puddle of your own filth, you fucking animal.
Oh my God! Speaking of your own filth, I'm at the YMCA the other day. Sometimes on Saturdays I like to go swimming.
This can't end well.
So, anyway, I ended up going with a friend, Connor, and we go into the sauna after. It's just something we like doing on one of the cold days. So, the sauna, I want you to get a mental picture, has
wood,
but it's a bench
Rocks.
style. So it has 2 benches, so a high bench and a low bench, but it's all one piece of wood. Well, not one piece of wood, but one structure. Do you know what I mean?
I can picture a sauna. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so I'm sitting back left corner where near all the heat is, right? Hottest spot in the room, nice high corner of it. And at one point during this guy walks, who's on the other side of the room, he's been probably there for 10 minutes, walks right up to me and goes on the lower stair. So I'm on the upper stair. He goes on the lower stair and stands up inches from me, and I take a step back, like, what's going on? He's like, oh, it's okay, it's okay. And then just stands up, like, straight-armed, stiff, inches from me so that he can be close to the heat as well. Zero understanding of how personal space works because he is, like, junk right up in my grill. And then he farts. Right there.
That's a faux. You can't do that in the sauna.
That's a hard no. That's a hard no.
Faux pas.
Like, especially the part where he just... Why are you getting so close to me? I get that the heat's there, but I got there first, and I'm sorry, you have to wait.
Now, is this a towel situation? At least this man has a towel wrapped around him.
Yeah, definitely. I don't go to the naked saunas.
Okay,
also, well, where I would find one.
Well, that's entirely possible. I think the YMCA is probably a place full of fucking weirdos, and
a little bit,
and in present company possibly included. I think if you are going to the YMCA, you're putting yourself in a position where you're ready. You're ready to maybe have some junk close to you.
Yeah,
have a couple little bits in your face.
It's a weird environment because, like, if me and Connor are in there, I want to have a conversation, but you're so certain that every person is going to be listening to you because it's dead silent in there.
Of course, all people would be doing would be listening to you, and nobody's bringing in their phone or their headphones or anything.
Right.
Because it's a little too hot.
So maybe what next time we'll do is try and start a general conversation. Be like, what do you guys think?
That's worse. That's worse. Because nobody... That's the worst if somebody's like trying to get you to talk and you don't want to fucking talk.
It's a good point. Yeah, it's a good point. But, like, you're in there for like half an hour.
Mm-hmm. Getting good steam. Right? Good beads of sweat. Good beads.
Good sweat.
Great beads.
Sweat. Yeah. I like going in there after you get wet, because then you get dry and then you get wet again. It's a fun little cycle. But anyway, like, you really have to watch what you're saying. 'Cause you're like, I don't want to say anything that's really going to allow someone to jump into conversation either, but also don't want to say anything where they're going to look at me weird.
Why don't you just say, like, you could just walk in and say, Babcock got fired, and then people would just kind of go pro or con, and even you could just listen to a conversation. Even if you weren't having the conversation.
I'm a deliberator, yeah.
Just sit back and listen to somebody argue about how terrible Mike Babcock is, and then somebody else talk about how amazing somebody was or something.
I come in there, I snap my tongue, I go, looking for some hot takes. Babcock got fired. You in the corner. Go.
He was like, I'm a Canadians fan. Fuck you.
I don't watch hockey.
Yeah, imagine that, Cam. So, you know what? That's the Sun is a weird place. I can't say I go there too often. So are you you go to the YMCA? Are you saying that you're capping you're seeing 2, 3, maybe 4 nude men a week? I
don't go weekly, but I mean, when you're there, you're definitely seeing some nude men.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? I usually I like to cap my amount of nude men I see in a day. I like to cap that at 1. Usually just myself.
Okay. I thought you were counting other people.
I'll open it up to 2 because I understand that there could be something could happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, usually besides myself, I'm good. I'm good.
I'm in a lot of change rooms often, so you're seeing
dongs all the time, eh?
I'm not looking at dongs though.
Oh, you're seeing. I'm
seeing butts. I'm definitely seeing a lot of butts,
ass, and obliques all the time, aren't you? Seeing a lot of nice ass, nice quads.
Yeah, I'm definitely seeing some nice bodies. In the jiu-jitsu gym, seeing a lot of stuff. It's a very tight space, and I don't enjoy it up there.
Yeah, don't say the word. Don't say the word stuff and tight. In such close proximity. Cam, I think it's about time we get on to one of our first segments.
Let's jump into
Let's jump right into something, folks. We like to scour the internet, things that are free in our first little fun segment that we like to call Free on Kijiji. K-I-J-I-J-I-K I-J-I-J-I-K K-I-J-I-J-I-K Pretty simple, we're all using Kijiji. People posting shit up there for free all the time.
And I think this segment actually started from I don't even know where I was looking, but think I just on Kijiji looking for something, and I was like, what is free on Kijiji?
There's a whole section.
Always so much stuff on there, and you just find the most bizarre things, and the most bizarre people. So I've had some interesting stories even last week. Can I tell my story last week about Kijiji before we get into this?
How much are you buying on Kijiji? How much are you using Kijiji?
Fuck. It seems like every time I use Kijiji, it's a weird experience.
Jesus Christ!
And that's why I try to avoid it.
You know what? I have heard a couple of the previous stories. I know you've had to bring some backup along with you sometimes. What were you buying last week?
Okay, so last week I wanted to buy an extension cord.
Why don't you just go to fucking Crappy Tire or something?
Because it's a better deal on Kijiji.
I feel like it would be a better deal to like buy a big AC cable, buy the heads yourself, and just fucking make it.
Oh, well, sorry I'm not an electrical engineer, Cam.
I'm pretty sure you don't need to.
So, anyway, I'm texting, I messaged this guy, and I said, like, hey, can I come pick this up today? Yeah, no problem. It's $18. Perfect. I'm like, bizarre price to put on Kijiji, first of all. I'm thinking he's just going to take my 20 and be like, I don't have any change. He's like, oh, sorry.
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
So I'm like, I'm just accepting this is going to cost $20. Anyway, text him, okay, if I come at this time, sure, no problem. Here's my address. Perfect. So, I've had a story before where I almost got trapped inside of a house buying a chessboard, and the guy tried to lure me into the basement.
Yep.
So because of that, I don't like going in people's houses for Kijiji.
You're weary. You know, that makes sense.
Very weary. Don't like doing it. So anyway, I text this guy and go, fantastic, glad this is where your house is. There's a Food Basics that is about a minute from your house. Can we meet there? Pretty good policy on my part. Don't go to strangers' houses and buy their things. Just don't, right? Don't let people come to your house and buy their things. People are weird, especially on Kijiji. So, anyway, he texts me back. He goes, no, you come to my house. You know, I go, okay. I understand that. I've had some pretty peculiar experiences on Kijiji. Can we please just meet here? I like to go somewhere in public. He goes, no, I'm waiting for someone. I can come pick you up.
He'll pick you up. Now,
why are
these people all selling shit on Kijiji and have something immediately to do in like 10 minutes? You think they would chunk this off? Who has shit to do?
Right. I have no idea. Like, and also, I haven't even indicated like a specific time. I'm like, around this time, he's like, no, I have to wait for somebody. Like, can't please just meet at this Food Basics? Like, please. He's like, no, waiting for someone. I can pick you up. I'm like, last thing I'm doing is getting in someone's car with Kijiji, right? And I'm not fucking going in your house.
Of course not. Of course not.
Yeah,
okay. So what happens?
All right. So in the end, nothing crazy.
Why have you been telling the story for the last 5 minutes?
And I just text him. I go like, hey, okay, I will meet in your driveway, and I'm bringing my girlfriend with me, you know, because I am not going to your house. And he ends up coming out, giving me the $2, which is nice actually, and the 18. He goes, I thought you were a girl, and I'm like, interesting. I don't know why this would have changed the interaction, but thank you for the electric cord, and please do not contact me. So yeah. Bizarre experiences on Kijiji.
Did you learn anything that, like, maybe, I don't know, just go to Canadian Tire where you deal with a shopkeeper and a till and
no, I gotta bring in heat to this podcast every week, and I will continue.
You're gonna keep buying things on Kijiji so you can keep telling me how sketchy Kijiji is, so I can go back and keep telling you, yeah, that's why we use stores like normal people.
I'm more of a black market guy.
Okay, perfect, Cam. So, besides almost getting murdered this week, you found yourself something free on Kijiji, though. Cam, what do you got for us?
All right, this week, bizarre find, and don't see a complete use for it, but definitely something nice to see. Free! Exclamation point! Exclamation point! School bus bench seats. So, don't know why these are coming out. It has 75 visits in British Columbia. Reupholstered, so they're very nice. And yeah, if anyone's looking at home and in BC looking for some free school bus, maybe to I don't even know.
No, just the seats though, right?
Yeah, not the bus, just the seats.
Well, if you
what if you know what he's probably doing? He's probably creating a party bus.
I was gonna say, what if you already had the bus? What if you had a bus and needed new seats? Suddenly, you get some seats.
I can't see a good occasion for needing these. But I thought it was a nice little find. You know, I wonder if you could ask. You can only take one. Like it's all the seats here.
I mean, I'm sure he would let you take one if that's all you could take.
You take nothing.
Because I think you would need a bus-sized vehicle to take away all these bus seats. Like you would need to roll up with an empty bus with no seats in it.
Yeah.
Load them in one by one, kind of drill them in, or however you do it.
It's a weird find.
Also,
I wonder if someone could get these and sell these. How much these are worth?
Sell them back to the bus people. Next thing you know, you're spending. They're spending on you.
That's called blue ocean business, baby.
Is that what that's called?
It's not red skies, that's for sure.
Is that what the Blackfish movie is about? The blue sea.
Blue seas and white whales. It's the white whale of deals here, baby.
Thanks, babe. Well, that's great, folks. If you find yourself you said Vancouver? Is that what you said, British Columbia?
It would actually be Burnaby.
If you find yourself in Burnaby, British Columbia, Burnaby, BC, the home of Joe Sakic. If somebody can reach out to maybe the Sakic family, maybe they have connections there in Burnaby, and you can find yourself some free bus seats. Well, Cam, I've got something free for you right here.
What do you got?
I've got something free for you. Right here. If you ever happen to live in the Gainesville, Florida area.
I didn't know there was Kijiji in Gainesville.
You know what?
We're a Canadian thing.
You know what? We're pulling it. We're pulling it down. We're pulling it away. We scoured the internet. For a way for you to stay cool if you're trying to beat the heat. They have the real thing for you. Cam, do you like beer?
You pegged it.
Yeah, I pegged it. Cam, do you like Beck's beer? I think they're a German brand. Beck's. Have you ever heard of them?
Sure.
Of course you have. You like beer. You like Beck's beer. Cam, I know you're doing a sober month. Have you ever thought about non-alcoholic beer?
I had one last night.
Oh, did you? Well, Cam, I think I have this thing for you. This person is just giving away 5 6-packs of non-alcoholic Beck's beer, as well as 2 non-alcoholic cans of Busch. Just trying to get rid of them without instead of just throwing them away.
It sounds like a guy who's back on the wagon.
Sounds like a guy or back on the wagon or off the wagon?
No, back on the wagon.
Back on the wagon. You get on the wagon. Okay.
Oh, no, sorry. No, he's back off the wagon. Sorry.
And this was only posted 7 days ago. This was only posted a week ago. There's a chance that all of these... So like I said, there's 5 6-packs along with 2 cans of non-alcoholic Busch. There you have it. Folks. There you have it. It's free. It's right there.
That's a weird one.
Isn't that a weird one?
What's the most common thing you find for free on Kijiji? I find a lot of couches. Yeah. Well, I mean, think about anything that you would yourself get rid of for free is probably what, I mean, you're moving and there's a mattress, or you're getting rid of a couch, you're getting rid of a table. It's like you don't want to take it to the fucking dump. Or in some cities, like I know in Toronto, like they'll take that stuff from the curb. The garbage people will. I got one more that I just found. Do you want to hear it? It's kind of a weird one.
Go for it, buddy.
All right, so it's a service, and I think services are the weird ones.
Oh yeah, because that can be anything. People just giving away
no catch,
free hand jobs or something.
Yeah, free hand jobs.
Just free handies.
Free handies all around. If you're in the it's not that. So again in Kamloops. Title: I love to clean. It's my thing.
It's my thing. What? What?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then description is need some cleaning done! Exclamation point instead of a question mark. Getting ready for Christmas! Exclamation point. Come on.
Okay. Well, maybe she's not asking questions. Let's not jump to a conclusion here.
Need some cleaning done. Getting ready for Christmas.
Thanks for shouting it.
That's how she wrote it.
That's how she wrote it. I mean, it's not a question.
I'm the one who can make your home shine. I have a great eye for detail and love to put a mess back into shape. Call anytime to book your day for me. more than willing to get your house back in shape for the holidays. Merry Christmas. What?
See, I think this might be
It's a scam, baby.
No, I think it's slightly misleading. I'm gonna say that this is like it's like you have to pay for it, of course.
Oh, it's like we accept donations, minimum $50. You're like, is it mandatory? You're like, recommended. It's very recommended.
Exactly. Yeah, I know. I'm sure, maybe they're doing it for a nice cause or something like that, right? Or you say free, and then it suddenly hops into that, that section of Kijiji. Because if you put a service for $100, let's say, right, that might filter through. You put it for free. There aren't many services for free. There has to be an algorithm there. Let me know if you ever find, and folks at home, yeah, certainly let us know if you ever see something free on Kijiji. If you see free handies on Kijiji,
you let us know.
Let us know, please. I'm not interested in the handy.
If you can find some good free stuff on Kijiji,
I just want to see it. I want to see the ad. That's all. That's all. I made this weird. I didn't mean that.
I want a sampler.
I don't want a handy sampler.
Just a sampler, not the full thing.
That'd be a little much. I'm not looking for that. And that's how you play free on Kijiji.
That's how you play. Well, it's not really a game. Just I guess it is a game.
That's how we play it. That's how we play it, and you can play it at home too, folks.
Just in your free time. Well, for the listeners at home, send us an email. Do we have an email address yet?
We have an email address. That is true. So of course, we're on the podcast things, which is a lot of fun. And of course, you can email us at twoseasonapod@gmail.com. Surprisingly, 2 Cees was not taken. There's been billions of Gmail accounts, and that one was not, which is pretty cool. 2 Cees was taken though.
So how do you spell it? Is it the exact same way?
And so was
podcast?
Exact same way. So TWOCEES in a pod at gmail.com. Yeah, and 2 Cees were taken also. Somebody else jumped on that one. Which was a little, way to go, people. But there you go. There you have it. Because I'm not taking 2 Cees in a pod 420. We don't want that.
No, 420, 69, blaze it.
Well, yeah, that would be. I would stop at the 69. I think that's where I'd reel it in.
Nothing, baby.
That's where I'd reel it in. Yeah, there you have it.
I came across let me see if I can find it quickly. This, doctor from a foreign country who had, kind of a peculiar name. And he made his email address just so damn ridiculous. I'm going to see if I can find it really quickly. Give me 1 minute here. It might be...
This is great. This is great listening material for the folks.
Yeah, sorry
Cam?
about this, folks.
Big learning curve for you, though, Cam. I think when you think of you're thinking of something like this, when you want spontaneity to kick in, and you want to be able to speak about something that you're thinking about in the present. Like every new thought is a new set of words you're kind of throwing together. You really have to know it. You really have to know it, right? So you're never searching online for the right words, or searching in drawers, the literal drawers that folks at home Cam is prying through right now. It's like one of those, and there's papers flying all over the place. He's getting flustered now. He's gone all the way into the closet. You're opening a little shoebox that was in the closet. It looks like you have some old photos in there. A couple notes. It's not in there. Okay, it's not in there. Okay, he's looking around now. He's kind of stomping. He really wants to know where this is.
Got it.
Okay, found it. You found it. Okay, great. Cam, that wasn't a little trap door. I saw that was under your bed. Was that trap door always there? Did you just make that for this special information that we're about to hear? Is it
special information to keep in my trapdoor?
Is what you're about to tell us so profound and so unique that you had to create a little door, contrary to what your landlord would want you to do? He would immediately have you fix that because you've damaged his property.
So, yeah.
all of these things, exactly. Yeah, no, so you can explain yourself after you tell us what you were looking for.
All right, so I don't remember this email address. I found this doctor contacted me with the email
So it's always good when the doctor calls you, right?
Because it's the field I worked in. Anyway, the email address was SZABOI69.
Scissaboy?
Scissaboy at. I'm not gonna give the ending part of it because I don't want to give someone's and that's because like that it seemed like related to his last name.
Scissaboy.
And I imagine 69 was when he was born. So Scissaboy 69. And this is what he used as his somewhat professional email.
That's the coolest. That's cool. You Scissaboy.
Scissaboy 69. Scissaboy.
Yeah. So maybe his last name could be like Zaboy, and his name is like Steven. So his name is Steven Zaboy. S Zaboy. 69. Yeah. Hopefully it's his age. What year he was born in. Maybe he was born on June 9th.
Easy way for him to remember.
Or September 6th, depending on which one of those you put first.
I'm getting nowhere clicking on your end. Are you tapping something?
No. Just going through.
Okay, I don't know what it is. I just hear like something rattling.
It's all good. There you go, folks. Folks, in the future, we won't talk about audio problems.
Sorry about that.
Cam, like I said, as long as as long as the recordings are good, everything's fine. Which is exactly how it goes. That's exactly how it goes. We're back on track, folks. We're back on track.
Yeah. So send us emails, give us requests about things
song
you find
requests.
free on
Yeah, we'll play your songs. Yeah, sure.
What's that?
We'll play a song. We'll play a song request. If someone's like, hey, play "Blinded by the Light." We'll play "Blinded by the Light." I mean, we could get taken down for copyright, but we're doing it for the fans.
Yeah, and if I know we do have quite a bit of requests for ads or advertisers already.
Yes.
Keep them coming. We're looking for the best deal. Haven't found it yet. We're asking for. I don't even know if we want to publish this.
Some of our demands are a little high. Some of has come. That's where it's come back to us. They're saying you want a lot for a podcast with no followers and no 5-star reviews on iTunes and no credibility or anything. But we're standing pat. We're standing strong.
Yeah. So shoot us some emails. What else is going on this week, Cam?
What else is going on this week, folks? We're moving right along. It's big Grey Cup Sunday here in Calgary. Here in Calgary. Big Grey Cup fan, as a lot of you folks know at home. So I'm here. I'm a big CFL guy. My favorite team is Yep. And
love them.
Real excited to watch some old 3-down football. That's what they call it. That's what they call it down here in Canada. We call it 3-down because there's 3 downs.
See, I've never heard that.
Yeah, it's you really have to be a fan of CFL. When you're such a big fan of the Moose Jaw. When you're a big fan of the Mighty Moose Jaws like myself, you just want to watch your team play some 3 downs or some 3DFs, as we call it.
Saskatchewan Stompers, is that they are?
This is the Saskatchewan
the
Stompers.
Yackers?
Yeah, the Manitoba.
The Manitoba Man.
They're just kind of like the burly man is their mascot.
I wonder how like CFL, maybe not CFL players, but like people that were like had the dream of being in the NFL and they end up in the CFL in like a pretty low tier position. And then they're like, oh, I don't make enough money to shit. Okay, and they find themselves like in a factory or something. I wonder if they're just questioning it every day. They're like, I like being in a professional sport, but this is not good money.
Yeah,
You know,
some
a third stringer.
Yeah, a lot of CFL players work, jobs, real jobs. So I
Yeah.
read somewhere that it's like lacrosse players are mostly just like firefighters in the off season. It's really weird. Yeah, like that's like their job. They kind of funnel into firefighting for some reason.
Probably to get a lot of time off.
Well, maybe, but you can kind of like book off games. Maybe I don't know. I don't think I don't think what I read went into the exact structure of how it all works. Big lacrosse fan over here too, folks.
Big laxers, couple laxers here.
Yeah, we're the LAX Express, which is my favorite team.
Have you ever
which
been
is my
to a
favorite
lacrosse game?
lacrosse team. Yep.
Really?
The LAX Express. There's a couple other good teams out there. The Cam, you know him too.
The Toronto, the Rock. There's a Rock. We got that one.
Okay. Yeah. There are actually those teams. They redid the man at Tobas. They're a dual sport. It's kind of like there's like it's like a club, and they play
the
a couple
Hamilton
things.
Hammers. Is that a thing?
Yeah, that's a thing. The Hamilton Thor Hammers.
The Hammertons.
The Hambertons. Which is exactly right. I think it's about time we move on to our next little segment here for you, Cam.
Sure, let's jump into it.
We're gonna jump right into it, Cam. This is a little section that I carve out just for me. This is for me, and I'm gonna.
Is this your fun one that you created?
Yeah, it's a little fun one. This is where a little section I carved out, and I'm gonna present it over to you. You know what? We're just gonna roll down a top 5. Here's a top 5. Here are 5 tips about things. 5 ways. No, it's just a top 5.
Oh God.
This is a top 5 list. A top 5 list of mine own. Is it factual? Nah. Is it like a real thing? Is it concrete? No. But here this is a top 5 that I created, and it's top 5 old company names. Cam, you're a businessman.
Mm-hmm.
Companies, structure, things like that. You're gonna know what I'm talking about here. This is a little bit for you and a little bit for me, because this is my little corner. So Cam, top 5 old company names. Coming in at number 5, I'm gonna give you the company name, and you're gonna tell me what you think it is.
Okay.
Is that fair? Here we go. So coming in at number 5, the company used to be called Sound of Music.
So this is a real company.
Yes.
Okay, so it's a real company, and the Sound of Music, and I'm supposed to guess what what it did.
What are they called now?
Oh God, I don't know.
I said old company names. It's pretty fun. You're gonna get a pass on this one. Cam, Sound of Music. We know it now as Best Buy, which is a lot of fun. In 1981, so get this. The store is called Sound of Music in 1981. Big old tornado hit their big store. And they were fucked. So they made their marketing strategy right after that. All their advertising read Best Buy on everything. And in the 4 days they had the sale, they sold more than they had ever sold in an entire month. Changing the name officially to Best Buy. There you go.
Interesting.
Isn't it though, Cam? We're coming in hot with number 4. So you get the game now. Let's play it. Blue Ribbon Sports.
I don't know how I'm gonna guess these. So Blue Ribbon Sports change into another name. Source for Sports.
Nice try though. You know what? This company eventually transformed its name to Nike. Originally named Blue Ribbon Sports. There you go. Taking on the name Nike after the Greek goddess of victory. Did you know that? I sure as hell didn't.
I don't believe that. I heard it's from the word Nike.
Yeah.
I thought it was because they were talking to a kid in a third world country, and they're like, he's like, Nike, Nike. And they're like, I like that name. But he was just saying, like, give me back my shoe.
Okay, I like the little third world child story also. Both could be possible.
One's more likely.
Yeah, one's more. Yeah, let's see one's more likely. Cam, coming in hot, number 3, we got Brad's Drink.
Brad's Drink, now known as, Brad's and Chad's, what are they typically drinking? Natty Light, baby. That's what it is.
Say Natty Light? What's that?
Yeah. Natural ice?
Okay, no, you were getting there. I thought you were gonna go on something that was gonna get you close, Cam. No, Brad's Drink, now known as Pepsi Cola. Caleb Bradaham made Brad's Drink in 1893. Eventually changed the name to Pepsi Cola in 1898. Isn't that fucked? It's been around for like 200 years now. 200 years, Cam.
Fuck, that's older than my dad.
It's older than all of our dads. Cam, coming in hot at number 2, we got Jerry and Dave's Guide to the World Wide Web.
Now Jerry and Dave's Guide to the World Wide Web is now Dave and Buster's.
Pretty.
Dave
it was
made a
presented right there for you, World Wide Web. Cam, no. They changed it over to Yahoo, the search engine. Of course, Jerry Yang and David Philo created the search engine and named it after themselves.
I don't believe it.
Of course,
I don't believe it.
Eventually renamed the company to Yahoo, which actually stands for Yet Another Hierarchical Office Oracle.
Wow.
So they traded in one weird name for another. And Cam, finally, closing out this first ever top 5 that we have here on Two Cees in a Pod, we have Back Rub.
Back Rub. All right, so Back Rub, they came out and they're like, this isn't a really catchy name, but what's the service we're providing? Well, we provide backroom massages that have happy endings. So they changed their name to, I don't even know. Who does a good massage? Massage Addict.
Massage Addict? Is that like an app?
No, that's a massage service.
Okay. That's weird. No, Cam. Why do you know about a massage service? Cam, the word that you were looking for is actually, it's in our homes, it's in our hearts. Google is formerly known as Backrub. The search engine was founded in 1996 under the name Backrub because it was supposed to be like as easy as getting a back rub, or like it was supposed to make you feel like you were getting a back rub.
Really? I don't feel like that at all when I use Google.
Well, I think there was an idea of it being like an easy, simple process, I think was really what they're going for. But a couple years later, they renamed the search engine to Google, which is a play on the word Google, which spelt similar, which is the term you give to the number 1 followed by 100 zeros. It's just meant
really?
to, yes. So yeah, the word Googol, Google. Which is meant to represent the possibly infinite amount of searches that it can make.
Okay, that's clever.
Because the O just keeps going.
I was thinking about this the other day. I bought a Google Home like 2 years ago, and when I first bought it, I had a really tough time saying the word Google.
Like out loud, or
yeah, if I was like, "Hey Google," like I was like, it didn't roll off the tongue easily because it wasn't really a word that you'd say too often. Now in my house, it's just what I refer to as something that spies on me.
No, there was a time where you would say,
it's listening now. It's yelling at me now.
Because it knows you're talking. There was a time where
it's like, I'm listening, you bitch.
You were saying Google it, like that was a popular like Google.
I was
it.
more of a Bing it. I was a Bing it guy. I'm like, can you just Bing that for me real quick?
You're a Binger? Oh my god.
Yeah, they were like, just Google them. I don't know what that is. I don't use fucking hipster shit. Fuck your dumb internet.
Fuck your dumb internet.
Fuck your dumb internet.
That's a top 5, though. You know what? We might be back with another top 5 next week, or maybe the week after. Who knows? It might just kind of get thrown in there.
Have you heard of these like alternate browsers like DuckDuckGo and other ones that are supposed to like keep your privacy?
No, I've used Chrome for the last 5 years, and I think I'm too old to switch at this point.
You make claims like that when you're between the ages of 20 and 40.
No, I think I'm hitting
ages on this.
No, I think I'm hitting that point where
You've
like your
also
parents.
said you don't even like new music. You said that you've heard all the good music.
I've heard all the good music. That is true. All the good stuff, at least I've heard. No, it's like your parents, like they're not going to change something they do.
I think that's a shit mentality, though.
I've definitely hit that point when it comes to browsers. I mean, it has my password saved. I'm not doing sketchy shit, and it's Google, so I'm okay with that.
Oh, see, I'm becoming more and more of a skeptic of Google.
So are you using DuckDuckGo?
I'm not yet, but I'm debating trying
using
it out, which
dark.
is not really a huge commitment.
Yeah, well, then it is a huge commitment. You have to move over your Netflix password, your banking password, all your passwords to all your shit.
I have that on a different app. I have that on LastPass. If you're looking for a sponsor, LastPass, give us a shout. We are looking for sponsors.
What's LastPass? Something else?
Well, thanks for asking. LastPass, not a sponsor of the show yet, but hopefully, is a simple app that keeps all your information secure and doesn't steal like the big guys. Rhymes with oogle. And Yapple. Anyway, yeah, great app. Goes across multiple devices. So, like, when you get it, I don't know, Cam. I switch jobs somewhat often.
You switch jobs every 6 months.
Yeah, and because I get fucking paid, baby. Anyway, you get a new job. They give you your laptop. They're like, here's your new laptop, and you're like, shit. None of my passwords are saved on this. Open up your LastPass. And boom, there you go. Have my saved everything on there. You can take pictures of your credit card, take pictures of your passports. Everything is secured with the greatest and latest technology and not being sold to Russians.
That was a good sell. So what you're saying is that it's Google, just not Google.
No, it's better. It's Google without the conspiracies.
Why are you taking photos of your credit cards, by the way? That seems incredibly
Google killed
dangerous.
Jeffrey Epstein.
Why are you taking photos of your passport also? That also seems incredibly dangerous.
I didn't. I'm just why?
Oh, you're saying somebody could? But why are we telling people that they could?
Well, okay. Here's an example. You're booking your flight, but you're at your friend's house and you don't have your passport on you, and you need your passport number.
You can't. Okay.
Great example.
So instead of like going home or just waiting like 20 minutes until you get home.
What if I'm in Toronto and I'm not coming home for like 3 days?
I feel like you should have brought your passport with you.
Why? It's someone they messaged me. Cam, you gotta get on this flight, dude. You gotta go.
How often are you
gotta book this? Okay. Better. Here's an example. I'm traveling to Ireland in May, and someone's looking at flights, and they're like, "Holy shit! Look at this deal. You can get to Ireland there and back $400." I'm like, "That's an incredible deal." Fuck, I don't have my passport number. I can't book it.
Well, in that specific situation,
I'd be laughing because I have LastPass. Not a sponsor of the show yet, but maybe one day. LastPass, give us a shout.
Are you too busy? Folks, are you too busy buying airline tickets and don't have enough time to do it at home? Are you worried about buying airline tickets on the go? Folks, look no further than LastPass.
Forget your SIM number all the time and don't have it tattooed on your body? LastPass.com does.
You can be wherever you want in the world and buy airline tickets.
Hiding pictures from your significant other? LastPass hides those.
I was about to say, let's not focus. We can't focus too heavily on the airline tickets aspect because they are called LastPass, and it would maybe make you think like they somehow get the last available tickets on a plane. And then through this website, it's somehow discounted. So let's not focus on that. Let's focus on the photos of loved ones, and also the passport information though, and your credit cards. You need a photo of your credit card. LastPass.
Yeah. So there you go. And that's why maybe DuckDuckGo is right for you. Possible sponsor of the podcast, DuckDuckGo.
Brought to you by DuckDuckGo. Are you looking for something similar to LastPass? You should try DuckDuckGo.
Google might only have a Google amount of searches. DuckDuckGo promises to have a little bit more.
Because you can. We still haven't said goose. You know, because
Yeah.
it's an
duck.
infinite duck.
Yeah.
Duck.
It's always
duck,
searching. It's always searching for the goose.
And it's never gonna find it. It finds first two letters, and then it's not able to find that OSE.
Yeah.
Well, that was a word from none of our sponsors. And Cam, it's we're gonna finish this show off the best way that we know how.
All right.
We're gonna play a little game. We're gonna play a little game that we like to call Headline or Asinine.
Hey, headline or asinine. Headline or asinine.
The way we play this game is pretty easy, folks. Cam and I have 3 headlines for each other, and we're going to we're going to say them to each other, and the other one has to guess whether or not this is a real life headline or if it's just a goof. Someone's trying to pull one over on us,
All right.
yanking our chain.
I'm coming in hot with one. Ready?
What's going on? So Cam's going to kick this one off. Cam, what you got?
Headline or asinine. BBC employee unleashes ransomware virus across corporation after purchasing sex toys on work computer.
So, nothing's more embarrassing than getting caught searching porn. Let's say it. Let's go. I'm comfortable talking about it. You know, maybe you watched a video not on safe browser mode, and next thing you know, every time you type in www.p, that big Pornhub window pops up.
Every time.
Every single time.
You know what doesn't pop up when you lastpass.com starts with an L. Doesn't show up on the
lastpass.com. It's okay. See, this is where I'm a bit confused, right? And then when that does happen, you know, it's in your normal browser. You want to erase that. You go to clear history, and that just kind of gets rid of everything, the cookies and everything like that.
DuckDuckGo doesn't even hold history.
DuckDuckGo doesn't even hold history.
Yeah, one-time search.
You can do whatever. You can. Oh my God, you can look at. You can
Basically
look at assholes. You can look at so many things going in and out of mouths, and it would never know. DuckDuckGo. It seems a lot easier to just clear your history, but releasing ransomware would maybe, you know, you're trying to get into the mainframe, the BBC mainframe,
the mainframe,
right?
That I'm a hacker.
He's a hacker.
I'm a hacker.
And you know what? And
white hat or black hack, we'll never know.
And that's the best way to get caught. Is like, you know, you don't really know what you're doing. You know, so we panicked, probably bought some ransomware off of a dealer, a back alley dealer, and it just corrupted the files, and he got caught. So this is a headline.
This is asinine. I could definitely see it happening though. But then again, I would hope that BBC has better security systems, and hope. Well,
oh, they don't. I bet.
Just
not.
hope.
If you wanted to find some real hacker shit, I'm sure you could look. I'm sure you could find it.
Well, you remember when the ransomware attack hit the hospitals in the UK, right?
I do not. I don't think I heard that story.
So this is like 2014. No, sorry, this is like 2016. Basically, a ransomware hit the hospital systems in the UK. And the reason that it happened is because you can't really shut down a system at the hospital, like a computer system or a network, because it doesn't stop, right? People don't stop hurting themselves. So yeah.
Well, good point. Good point. So
they couldn't update it.
That's a good update. Thanks for that, Cam. Okay, Cam, I got one for you here. Headliner asinine: a man in North Carolina won a $750,000 lawsuit based on a home wrecker law.
Give me a repetition on that one.
A man in North Carolina won a $750,000 lawsuit based on a home wrecker law.
All right. Well, here's a few things that stick out to me. Number one, in America, you can sue for basically anything. Number two, North Carolina, they definitely don't like people who are cheating. And number three, they don't like homewreckers. Okay? So, I imagine...
Those are 3 good points. I'm sure there's 3 points against it.
Facts.
Also.
These are 3 facts. All right. We know these are facts. What can we say about if there's an actual law? Well, I'm one to believe pretty much anything anyone tells me. I'm going to say that's a law. You can't home wreck. Not allowed to do it. Now, I'm going to go ahead and assume that he was a kind of middle income, and there's just some hungry ass lawyer out there who's like, oh, we can make a case out of this. It's just like that old Jerry Seinfeld episode where that lawyer's always trying to get Kramer money.
Oh yeah, Jackie Childs.
So there's a Jackie Childs on the scene, and he knows that this middle income dude is married to this just smoking hot rich wife who's constantly cheating on him because she's out at LA parties. No more parties in LA, baby, because you just got slapped with that lawsuit. That's a headline.
Cameron, that is a headline. You were right.
Yeah.
You were right, of course. A man by the name of Kevin Howard of North Carolina recently just won his judgment against his ex-wife's lover for what is known as alienation of affection. A claim that exists in a few states across the country, commonly known as the homewrecker law, allows the spouse to sue another person for purposely interfering with the marital relationship. So that's exactly what happened. The funny thing is, though, these are pretty common. There's one woman in the country. You're right. This is her shit. She's done like 30 of these in her 30-year career. She does one of these a year.
Jackie Childs, baby.
She does one of these. She does one of these a year. In 2010, a previous client of hers received a verdict of $5.9 million. Last year, a judge ordered a man to pay $8.8 million to a husband whose wife he had been seeing for more than a year. Like, she'd been cheating on him for more than a year.
I feel like that's not even cheating anymore. Like, it's everyone's out in the open unless you're doing it for a year.
Yeah. So
he's going to the gym every day, but he's getting fatter. You're like, this is some bullshit. You're not going to the gym.
So, folks, if you live in Hawaii, Mississippi, New Mexico, South Dakota, Utah, or North Carolina, and you've gotten cheated on, there you have it. You may be eligible to receive a cash judgment for purposely interfering with the marital relationship of another person.
There we go. Some facts.
There you have
Some
it.
other facts is my phone just popped up and said, we have results for what if there was no Google. And it said, like, do you want to search that? No, I don't want to search that because I'm a fan of possible sponsor of the show, DuckDuckGo.
DuckDuckGo.com. Cam, what you got for
me? Check it out. All right. Headline or asinine, I'm hooked. This is in quotation marks. I'm hooked. Then non-quotation marks. Vegan suing Burger King for converting him back to meat products.
This is tough. See, this is like a previous dark episode that we had where a man sued Apple for turning him gay.
That one killed me. Yeah, that was so funny.
You know what though? It's this part's tough because all sorts of vegan, plant-based lifestyles. Like, imagine you were trying to be vegan. You believe that the treatment of animals is ethically wrong, and you want to do your part to to prevent that. And then, lo and behold, you find out that you've been eating chicken every single time you've gone out to get a plant-free burger. That'd be hard on you. You'd freak out. And we all know how much vegans are freaking out anyways. You'd go ham. You'd go buck wild. On whoever, no pun intended.
Maybe intended.
No pun intended. On whoever and whatever. It could also be an attempt to save face, right? You have to get lawyers and a suing involved kind of thing.
You're like, I hated meat.
Because it's like all your friends are thinking, well, you were eating fucking baby back ribs for the last 7 months. Yeah, Look how fat you are.
We saw you at the smokehouse. Like,
we saw you at TGI Fridays eating just
flirting
baby back fucking
employee.
Ribs.
Yeah, crushing those ribs. There every time they have the 49-cent wings. Like, don't try this shit on us, Kyle.
You were there, Kyle. That's a headline.
That is asinine. Made that one up too.
Oh, for
Fucking
2
good.
on this one.
Fooled ya.
Today's not my day. Today is not my day, Cam. I got next one for you, though, here. So here we go. Cam, headliner asinine. Asthma sufferers destroying the planet with wasteful plastic puffers.
I mean, that doesn't even seem like that crazy in the headline to me. Like, yeah, I can't imagine those things are recyclable. And the real question is, do we allow natural selection to take its place and kill people with asthma?
Oh, this is a natural selection debate.
Yeah. Listen, hear me
It's
out.
a matter
hear me
of
out,
that.
Okay? Hear me out. If they didn't have this asthma, would they be able to run from lions?
Okay. So like a lion's chasing them in a post-apocalyptic type world.
Yeah. And you get a little squirt?
Okay.
Feeling me?
I'm feeling you.
I'm basically what I'm saying is, yeah, either find a way to make these recyclable or ban them entirely. Get rid of the people with asthma.
Mm-hmm.
Thoughts? Oh yeah, it's a headline.
yeah. What do you think it is? I'm not supposed to talk this much. That is asinine, my friend. I was puffing away on my puffer the other day, and I thought how much the planet I was killing, and I made that up.
Damn it. Well, I'm gonna write that headline then. I'm gonna see if
I'm
I
gonna
can
talk
start
about
some
this.
hate.
Yeah, this is an
I'm
important
gonna
shit
start
to talk
some hate
about,
against people with asthma. They're like, no more asthma.
Hell no,
Death to
we
them.
won't.
Something.
Okay, what you got,
All right.
Cam?
All right. Headline or asinine: Quebec denies French citizens immigration application because chapter of thesis was in English.
Yeah, they're
The
prudes.
real question is, how fucked up is Quebec?
No, they're
Or is
prudes
this
there.
the headline?
They're prudes there in Quebec. Pretty much all Quebec wants to make sure of is that you speak French. That's kind of it, right? So for us living in Canada, or sorry, like in the rest of Canada, right, Ontario, wherever else, it's easier for us to get there, just because you can kind of go have a we are from Ontario. We have a bare minimum understanding of the language. Some people more than others. Take a little French class and then you'll be good. If you go to Montreal, I mean, not even Montreal. I mean, certainly north of any city center. But you go to Montreal and the only other people who are there are like other people from French-speaking countries. So, France is about it. You meet a lot of people from France when you go to Montreal because that's what they're trying to do. There's no like immigrants aren't going there from other countries because you need to know how to speak French. And if you can't, if you're trying to struggle with speaking 2 languages, that could be a little difficult. That's a headline.
That's a headline, yeah. So she was a French citizen. She wanted to settle in Quebec long term. There's your first mistake, sweetheart. Quebec is a shithole. I'm not a fan of it.
She was from France?
She's from France, yeah.
Okay.
A French citizen.
Yeah.
And then she completed her PhD at French Language Laval University in Quebec City. Mm-hmm. And then one chapter of her thesis was in English. And then, I don't know. I assume that they're kind of saying that's the reason they don't want it, but they probably just don't like French people. Like, they don't like traditional
French, okay.
Traditional French people. As we know as Canadians here, the Quebec French is garbage French because we speak like this, and si on va en hot dogs, we don't see un chien chaud, nous dit un hot dogs, which is just bullshit Anglicisms, and they don't like the cultured version of France. Anyway, the story doesn't really... Yeah. The story doesn't have much, like... It has a lot of stuff in it, but I don't even... Like, it, basically, the headline says it all. She took a French test as proof that she could speak French. Obviously, she can speak French very well. She went to school entirely for it. She says it doesn't make any sense, and the school's not saying much about it. They're just saying, nope, you said something in English, and...
there you have it.
It's just a weird situation.
It is a weird situation. Anyways, Cam, I got one more for you here. Let's finish this one off on a fun note. Okay, because some of these headlines have been kind of serious. People getting cheated on, people's applications being denied, to live in places, and of course, there's been a lot of tragedy. So let's lighten the mood a little bit. Okay, so Cam, headliner asinine, vice principal fired after forcing boys to prove they were wearing underwear.
Oh God. All right. Okay. Here's my guess. What happened. So, someone shit themselves at school. That's the starting point. And then, as that happened, they're like, I have to get rid of this evidence. So they put it in the toilet, clogged the toilet, overflowed the toilet, and then they're just like, which one of you pieces of shit did this? And they're like, wasn't me. They're like, prove it, boys. Like, drop your drawers. And the person without them, obviously, he's the culprit. So that's a headline.
Wow. Cam, you could not be more right fucking spot on. That's a headline, folks. Vice principal of a French immersion school in British Columbia was fired after she made every single boy in grade 3 through 11 show their underwear to prove that they didn't leave their soiled briefs in the bathroom, which is exactly what happened. So some kid shit their pants.
I nailed that.
Some kid shit their pants and put it in the lid of the toilet, like the back part. And there was shit elsewhere, elsewhere, wherever it was.
I can't believe I got that right. Was there a flood too?
Pardon?
Was
there blood?
Too?
No,
flood.
No, it wasn't like they tried to flush it situation. They just left it there. So then the vice principal asked, so she goes to every single class asking to see everybody's waistband, seeing if they're wearing underwear. She goes to the grade 3 through 6s, and then she has the grade 7s through 11s line up in the hallway, and she just kind of goes at it.
Hands on the lockers, boys.
And it was pretty much like a week later, or she did it, and then like a week later she was suspended.
Did she find the
kid? Yeah. Pardon?
Did she find the kid?
It doesn't specify if she found the child.
Imagine he's smart. He's like, I always shit myself. I always have an extra pair of underwear.
Well, you would think, right? If you're one who's maybe prone to having accidents. Yeah. You would have it. The teacher. The teacher was at the school for 4 years, and
time to go.
Now she is going to have a tough time getting a job back.
Yep. Don't ask your kids to show their underwear.
There you have it, folks.
No.
There you have it. That's how we play headline and asinine. Hope you liked it.
Hope you enjoyed the show. First one of many to come. Considering this first one, if we sound a little nervous, it's just we got a lot of people riding us for this big sponsorship opportunity. So,
we know folks at home. If we sound a little off, it's only because we know how much that places like DuckDuckGo and LastPass are really listening in, and this could be a big financial upturn for us. Really,
could be a big lucrative upturn.
Could be a big lucrative upturn.
Catch us next week. This has been 2 Cees in the Pod, episode 1. Yeah, this is episode 1.
This was episode 1. Wasn't that exciting? Wasn't that exciting doing what we just did?
All right, folks. Catch up next week. Ciao for now.
Ciao for now.